And due to this charge sheet, we have to determine the electric field at some distance from the sheet. Say we have to determine the electric field at some distance d or x or r, whatever it is. Suppose d at some point, say p, from the charged sheet. So what we have to do is we have to determine the electric field due to this charged sheet at a distance of d from the sheet. And in order to do so, we are going to use Gauss's theorem. Now, another thing is that the surface charge density of the sheet is sigma is defined as sigma equal to the total charge on the sheet, which is Q, divided by the area of the sheet, that is A. So where Q is equal to total charge on the sheet and A is equal to area of the sheet. Okay. So the surface charge density of this charged sheet is sigma. Now, in order to do this, we are going to use Gauss's theorem. So, in order to use Gauss's theorem, we need a Gaussian surface. So, what are the conditions for selecting a Gaussian surface? It should be a regular surface, number one. And number two, the point where we want to find the electric field should be on the surface. So, suppose we are going to select a Gaussian surface in the form of a, say, box, pillbox or a cylinder, like this. So this part is inside the box. This part of the sheet is inside the box. Now, the electric field due to this charge sheet will be directed in this direction, and it is going to come out from this surface like this. So electric field will be like this, directed outward from the charged sheet. Similarly, on the other side also it will be directed outward. The electric field lines coming out from the charged sheet will only cross, it will cross this surface and this surface. It will not cross the curved surface area. So the flux, electric flux associated with this Gaussian surface will be calculated only on the basis of these two surfaces. Now, let the surface area of each one of these surfaces be A or S. So this surface has surface area S, and this surface will also have surface area S. Similarly, the area of the sheet inside the Gaussian surface, that is this one, it will also have an area S. Right? Now we will apply Gauss's theorem. So there are two steps to apply Gauss's theorem. The first step is we have to calculate. So the first step in applying Gauss's theorem is calculate the electric flux using definition of electric flux. So calculate the electric flux using definition of electric flux. So what is the definition of electric flux? The definition of electric flux is phi E is equal to E dot A, that is EA cos theta. So EA cos theta. Okay, so that is equal to E into what is the total area for calculating the flux? The only areas that are to be considered for calculating the flux is this area and this area. We do not consider this curved surface area because no electric field lines are crossing this curved surface area. So for this A, we have to consider only this area and this area. The sum of these two areas is S plus S, that is 2S. So instead of A, we can write 2S. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is very easy to determine. This is E, and the direction of A is the same as direction of E, because the direction of A is a vector which is directed perpendicularly outward from the surface. So this is the direction of A and this is the direction of E. So the angle between A and E, theta, is equal to 0 degree, and cos 0 degree is 1. So phi E is equal to E into 2S. The second step is we calculate the electric flux using Gauss's theorem. So how to do that? What is Gauss's theorem? Gauss's theorem is phi E is equal to Q by epsilon naught, where Q is the enclosed charge. Now what is the enclosed charge? The enclosed charge is the charge of this portion of the sheet which is enclosed within this Gaussian surface. So what is the charge of this portion of the sheet? So you can understand that since the surface charge density is sigma, so we will have sigma equal to Q by the area of this part, that is S, and hence what will be the total enclosed charge? It will be Q equal to sigma into S. So this is the total enclosed charge. So here we can write equal to sigma into S divided by epsilon naught. Now this is the electric flux calculated on the basis of the definition of electric flux, and this is the electric flux calculated using Gauss's theorem. But this electric flux and this electric flux is one and the same. So we can equate this with this. Okay. And we will get, from this and this we will get E into 2S is equal to sigma into S divided by epsilon naught. Now it should be noted that this S and this S are the same. So we can cancel those two. And hence we get E is equal to sigma by 2 times epsilon naught. So here we have the electric field due to a charged sheet, which was actually the objective behind our discussion. Now, one important thing to be noted is that the electric field due to a charged sheet does not depend upon the distance. So D is not here. So this electric field does not depend upon the distance from the sheet. Now this is not always true. This is only true if the sheet is very large compared to the distance. Means at a distance quite near to the sheet, this will work. It does not depend upon the distance. So this is true, we can write. This is true only if the distance is small compared to size of sheet. So this will only work in that case. Right? Now, what is the direction of this electric field? The direction of this electric field obviously is perpendicularly outward from coming out from the sheet. So the direction of electric field will be perpendicularly outward from the sheet on both the sides of the sheet, on this side of the sheet as well as on the other side of the sheet.